another qualifying, or I should say the first qualifying match. Dead Inside going up against Team Lethal Fox over on the side station. I'm Tools, joining me is Active, bringing you guys the action.
All right, we start on Forbidden Flag as the first game type here. Dead Inside, it looked really good. I mean, Descendant is impressing me a ton. Envore playing phenomenal as well. They had a massive comeback as well in that Interference Strongholds game. They were up, I believe, 162-0 at one point.
Yeah, huge comeback. At least get it done in 4, right? Yep. You never want to go to that game 5. Anything can happen in those Slayers. Dead Inside trying to keep their run going. A team that's a little bit lower down. They're a 5th seed, even though they're the 2nd best team in North America because of just how the seeding works. Number 1 seed is Team Lethal Fox.
Yep.
Then Dead Inside was that next NA team. They took the 5th seed in today's tournament. Had a little bit of a hard bracket to get here.
That's what you need. That's how you build that chemistry. And so far, you see it's kind of even keel on both sides. It will be Dead Inside, though, that pulls the flag out of Team Lethal Fox. That's 3 down, and Dead Inside, if they can get this flag past that 50% portion through that rat tunnel, they could have their first cap on the board.
This is so quick from them. Great priority on making sure that they get what they wanted on the map, right? Get your players deep inside into that hut so that you can ensure that your flag run is safe. Nothing can contest them, and well, they go up early 1-0, and Team Lethal Fox, they might just be in trouble for another. It's a 3 down once again. Wow. And they still have control of this hut. The flag well on its way, and we are seeing very efficient runs thus far.
Yeah, great slays as well. You see that second run about to go in. That will be 2-0 here. The lead, Team Lethal Fox can't find their way off the spawn, and that cap will go in. Descendant's
been absolutely unreal at this hut. He's been staying alive for so long. He's 9-1 to start this game. He's looking to make it number 10. A little bit of a shaky reticle, a little breeze came through the venue, but we'll take a start like that. 9-2 to start off for your team. You're up 2-0 with just over 3 minutes that's been played in this game. You couldn't ask for a better start.
Yeah, we heard Wes talking about it, right? Descendant's supposed to dominate these lobbies. That's just how it's supposed to go. And you're seeing him dominate right now. 10-2 is a great start for him. And again, they have another flag out. If they can get the slays, there's a potential. They get this 3-0 done very quickly here, and you do see 2 down for Team Lethal Fox.
Team Lethal Fox been struggling on keeping Dead Inside in front of them. You see that too often these players just getting deep into these bases, causing mayhem. This time it's Envore that's on the opposite side of the base as Haines works his magic to try to pull these players from Dead Inside back, but Team Lethal Fox is gonna need to prioritize keeping everyone in front of him. Envore just has so much freedom on this flag run. He's been 5-1, hasn't tied in so long. He finally goes down, and the flag will return. Even streets for everyone. It's going to be a neutral game that'll determine who gets to the next attack.
Yeah, I believe also Dead Inside does have that sniper on their side, so there's a little bit of a defensive push coming out of them, and it's about Ezho on your screen, or Ezho. I like to call him Ezho because I think it sounds way better. Apparently he is Ezho. A great player, of course, with that snipe. We see Descendant still 11-4, still slaying out. And this sniper control is going to be important.
I still need confirmation from the man himself. I did talk to him for a second. I was like, hey, come sit on the couch. He said, hey, I'm not that good at yapping. I said, hey, trust me, you be good enough at yapping. We'll get him on the couch eventually, folks. I'm very bullish on what Ezho is able to do. In HCS, he's one of those players that came up with Yakzn in that scene. Just hadn't really gotten many opportunities with high-profile rosters, and well, this is the best one yet. Well, he's making a name for himself. Double kill in the feed. Ezho helping his team push forward. Common, the last player alive for Team Lethal Fox, is, well, Dead Inside prepares for another offensive maneuver.
That was 3 down. Ezho goes right back to top center, has 1 bullet left in the chamber, and potentially going to use that on a spawner. One did make it through towards the bottom side, and you see the ping on the top center of the map. That player will go down. It is 2 down for Team Lethal Fox and a potential flag run.
The use of the pings from the teammates. They're trying to make sure no one gets behind them. And it's home free for this flag. Envore's wrapping the corner. Can he get it in? There's no one there to stop it. A perfect start for Dead Inside.
Dead Inside looks solid. I'm going to be honest with you. It's so cool to see this squad kind of flying through this bracket. And you saw on the other side, there's players like Yakzn, Common, who I give a lot of props to as well. Great players. Common's been in the scene for a very long time. Yakzn on the rise. But Descendant, he got Descendant on that dead inside roster, and he's got another reason to win, right? Formerly on that complexity roster, maybe a little bit of a will to want to prove himself, and I think so far he's doing that.
We're seeing the advantage of having Descendant on your team, right? Much talked about it when he's here. He has such a high ceiling. And when we say high ceiling, like, we're talking about top 6, top 4 teams in the HCS. Like, he can slay and stay with them.
Yeah.
The problem has been consistency and a little bit of over-aggressiveness at times, but we saw that play so well for them in that first game. He starts off 9-1, but he was single-handedly walking down the hut side, the most important part of the map for his team, and that was facilitating so many flag runs and opportunities for him and his teammates to have early captures, and they just didn't let anything go. The other thing I saw from Dead Inside, a very active Coach Callis in the back. When they're running those flags, you can see him. He's pacing out stuff. He's pointing. He's very vocal in those comms.
You need it.
I honestly, I think this Dead Inside roster really found something in the Mind Freak series, and now they're going up against the #1 seed in this bracket, and they're pushing them around.
Yeah, we don't talk about the importance of a coach enough, right? It's that 5th eye. It's that person who's going to see what you don't see in a game. There are times where you might be watching a player play, and you're like, how did he not see that player on the right corner of the screen? Well, the coach will see that most of the time, and he will make sure to spot those, those blind sides.
He's calling the ref right away. Must be something wrong for Dead Inside, but we'll see if they continue playing this on no.
There it is.
Set it over.
Instant call out, and again, it's that 5th eye. It's important.
He's there.
You gotta know.
He's there. He's a dad. Come here, Pippin.
You gotta know.
On his way.
But again, yeah, the ceiling is important. And when you're like a really individually skilled player, like that you can't teach. Okay, like individual skill is not taught.
Don't tell me that.
That's just the way it goes. You cannot teach individual skill. You can teach decision making though, and you can put that in someone's head and give them constant reminders over and over. Okay, don't push this. You gotta do this situation different. You gotta do this situation different. A lot of players out there will play the game 12 hours a day and they don't fix any of the decision making, and they don't get better because of that. But if you just start to understand, like, hey, I shouldn't push this, etc., you grow. And he's already got the hard part done. He's got the individual talent. Now he just has to grow in terms of that decision making, and I think he'll get there, honestly.
These young rosters, I think it's so important for them to understand that you're gonna grow as you go.
Yeah.
It's you don't have that experience to lean on, and you're gonna make those mistakes, but having people around you to point out those mistakes, and then also being able to identify that you are making mistakes, I think is a big thing. So many players that come into competitive Halo, like, you got individual talent, you're really good at the game, but you don't quite have that structure behind you to
You can't be stubborn.
You
can't be stubborn.
You have to be able to take feedback and fix those mistakes.
It's so important because there are players who have that kind of, I guess you could say, that big head, a little bit too confident, and they don't ever make a mistake.
Figuratively and literally for some people.
Shut up. You can't have that. You have to be okay to say, okay, I made a bad play there. I need to do that better.
Halo events, you go to play in the side tournament, you see Complexity sit down across from you.
That's awesome.
Shout out to the schedule that made that happen. I think they had both their matches pretty early on in the day, so that their day's done. They were like, hey, let's play some Halo 3.
That's so cool,
get some
man.
side cash.
I love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got our game 2 started here. It is Dead Inside against Team Lethal Fox. Slayer on live fire. Snipe already in the hands of Descendant, and talked about him on that snipe. He is just disgusting with this weapon.
There is no better player in the bracket when this guy is at his best. He has an unbelievable ability to hit shots, to win the one-on-one, and he's not afraid to take the challenge at any point in time.
Very important to take those challenges as they come, and again, that's a challenge right there on the Broods. He still gets the cleanup kill. Descendant still with that sniper in hands as well. 2 down for the side of Team Lethal Fox and a 2-kill lead.
Gonna play isolated in this tower. He doesn't have that immediate help, but he just needs to hold off until his teammates can get there. Able to get that player weak at Nest, and well, basically facilitates them pushing off of that lane. They get their setup, and this tower control with Sniper, always a deadly combination to have.
This all the lanes you can watch on the tower is so important. He spots that player on the bottom, barely misses the shot. That jump up comes through, but oh my gosh, weaving and waving.
Oh, you almost got him. I like the thought process. Look through the corner, see if you can get him, but Descendant doing Descendant things, holding it down at the tower, yet to die as they sent Team Lethal Fox forward to the respawn screen. The spawn's well known, the reticle ready from the side of Dead Inside. This is brilliant work.
Still has sniper bullets to work with as well. That player's going to be down to no shields, and he'll go right back to tower once again. He will stamp his feet in the concrete on the top of tower until there's pressure coming from whatever lane they decide to go through. But what lane do you pick when he's got all of them watched? One more bullet in the snipe to use, and 3 go down for Team Lethal Fox again.
Incredibly patient from Descendant. We're used to seeing him get a little bit too caught up in having to have action and forcing gunfights. Not the case this time. He understands tower's powerful. It gives me escape routes. It gives me angles to watch, and I can get to my team's help when they need it. He does exactly that. 5 in a row for him. Yet to die in this game has just been unbelievable for his team. Finally is sent down, but not before Dead Inside has a decent lead to work with as Camouflage comes up.
A decent lead to work with. The camo is the big part of this. The camo does go down. 2 players from Dead Inside fly on through. Lots of damage coming out. A beautiful job by Common to play his life there. Camo's still down on the map. I don't believe anyone's gotten their hands on it. Finally, it is picked up, and it still goes down to the ground. No one able to pick up camo in this scenario.
I like the way that Dead Inside played it, though. They grabbed that Camouflage. They didn't proc it right away. They ran towards their teammates, understanding that we're going to win this battle of attrition. We're going to out-resource you and eventually get that Camouflage into our possession.
What was a massive lead for Dead Inside has been shrunk to 7. It is again the side of Yakzn this time with that snipe in his hands. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Descendant popped off. 8-2 so far in this game, but Yakzn has a chance of his own, and he hits the shot. Now he's guaranteed himself top tower control.
Good tower. It's important for Yakzn to be patient. Remember, it's what we talked about before. Yes, you can catch these players over at A, but you have to keep yourself tethered to your power position. Don't get caught out and give up a sniper that has plenty of ammo left in it.
Got to talk about how important this series is. This is to qualify to pools, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to give you a better spot or a better chance at Worlds, which is very important for a lot of these teams and players who have been practicing all year round for this opportunity.
If you make it into pools, you can basically guarantee yourself that playoff match as well on Saturday, even if you don't make it out of pools. And this Saturday, we'll have a single elimination, best of 5. That'll determine what 4 teams will make it into those final spots at pools.
It was 3 down momentarily for Dead Inside. Snipe still in the hands of Team Lethal Fox. Now in the hands of Rammy, though. Switching hands just a bit. He gets information on 2 players crossing there. This is an aggressive play by Rammy, but he's going to have the timing perfectly, and it'll be 2 down for Dead Inside once again.
I believe that was once at its greatest. 9 has just suddenly shrunk to 2. Important work from Rammy and the rest of Lethal Fox at just keeping the power weapons in their control. It seems as if Dead Inside having a little bit more of a struggle on finding these kills down on the equipment.
Snipe still in the hands of Rammy. 2 players, or information of 2 players on that nest side. He's gonna spot someone in the back of tower. No more snipe ammo to work with. The beatdown comes out, but not good enough. Dead Inside will continue to hold this lead at 3, 31 to 28 so far. But that lead was large, and it's been shrunk down, like you said.
You finally stabilized if you're Dead Inside. It was continually shrinking. Now you start to see a little bit more trade for trade Halo. You don't have to worry about the sniper anymore. It's just about keeping yourself in a powerful position when these next rounds of power-ups come up. You need to get away with this next Camouflage in order to cement this game. Sniper will be coming up soon. This will be the fight for top mid control.
Beautiful shots onto the side of Ezho from Dead Inside, still holding that top tower position. Snipe coming up, like you said. The repulse was beautiful on the nade, but it is Envore who does get away and positions himself perfectly for this sniper on the top center of the map.
No kills, but the damage done by Dead Inside pushes Lethal Fox off of those cuts, and you can see Sniper has gone to Dead Inside. That was the weapon that gave them such a big lead early in this game. Lethal Fox has them trapped, but that Sniper can equalize everything.
There it is. Pressure from the back tower. Sniper still in the hands. Beautiful back smack. It was 3 down momentarily. Ezho's trying to play his life, though. He knows he's under pressure, but he ends up getting away with his life for free and keeps snipe.
Ezho has to be careful about how he pushes here. You usually want your sniper to be centralized between teammates, but he's on the perimeter and he's trying to make an aggressive play with his sniper. The reward will be tower control if he's able to get these kills.
Well, there is a player that did drop. The player's on the seat. Black gets his head taken off. He's still got the ammo to work with.
Double digits once again at the best part. As the engine comes in.
Ooh. More. He wants more.
Oh!
He doesn't get that one. The killing spree has ended, but the damage has been done. It's a 10-kill lead for Dead Inside.
They've done a fantastic job of controlling tower when they have that power weapon. Even if it's a little bit of more of a risky maneuver to do so, they prioritize it and they've reaped the rewards. They've been able to go on a hell of a spree here and going up 2-0 against the #1 seed. Dead Inside is primed to make a pool play appearance.
Well, now we're on board with Haines. He's the man that can stop this from happening. That sniper remains on the top of tower in the hands of Ezho. He pulls out the bandit to put some damage through. Still players on the outside as well. Not able to find anything.
Be patient. You only need a few more kills to get this job done. Do not give away anything for free. I like that they're picking up the nuke combo. They're going to try to basically cut off any of these back routes, make sure that no one can get there unsuspecting. Big thing is trading out kills. You can't go unanswered, and every player goes down. Camouflage was the difference maker. Rammy got behind the ball and made him pay. A 4-kill lead is all Dead Inside has. Their spawns are known. The push is coming.
Oh, they're aggressive too. They get the double kill. It's Rammy with a triple as well. 45-44, a 1-kill lead here for Dead Inside, and Dead Inside are all 4 down as the extermination comes through for Rammy.
A literal one-man army is Rammy. He sent the nades through, did the damage himself, and it's a tied game. Dead Inside are in a death spiral. There's nothing they can do. Lethal Fox is hunting them down.
47-45, Team Lethal Fox still leading. 2 kills is all they need. But it's Descendant once again that shuts things down. He's looking for more. He gets another kill.
Don't do it. Wait for that.
There it is.
Comes. They get to the 49, but most importantly, Descendant didn't fall. Now they have at least a life to give up to get this final kill. The flank. Be cautious. That player that could be coming through big door. Sniper's up.
This snipe is big, but you go for it. The nades are coming from the bottom center of the map.
You get 51.
Here comes the push. The push is in. And there it is. Oh my word. The closest Slayer we have seen in a very long time, and it comes at the best moment. Once again, when it's for pool play, to guarantee yourself a spot in pools.
Well, I mean, we have to talk about it. It didn't end up mattering, but Rammy's play was incredible. He got those spike grenades and realized, hey, they have to spawn in A. If they happen to spawn over by window and they didn't push out,
right,
these spike grenades are going to do a lot of damage. And I don't think he expected all 3 to be there because he got the double kill. He didn't know that there was a 1-shot still in that back corner. Ended up getting the triple into the eventual overkill. Let's take a look at how he was able to do it back onto this screen. So,
oh, that was a beautiful snipe, though.
Yeah, remember, this is 10 kills. They had a 10-kill lead as we approach this end game. That's going to quickly go away.
That's got to be horrible on the mental as well. So much damage coming out there, but coming through and allowing Team Lethal Fox to get that victory by 1 kill has to be just horrible for the mental coming into this next game, but you can't let that happen. You just got to move forward.
This was brutal because Rammy got that camouflage. He got behind them all, but it's what he does on the follow-up that matters. Now, he waits for these spike grenades. He has them in the back pocket. Boom. Into the window. They push those players back. Double kill on the damage his teammates did. Found the last player that was hiding behind that pillar. And, well, just make it easy enough. Overkill for him. One of the most impressive ones we'll see this weekend.
Game winning?
Just not, well, no, literally game not winning, right? They didn't win.
Well, Team Lethal Fox did. Team Lethal Fox won, didn't they? They won 50-49.
Dead Inside won 50-49.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. It was so close. The names, you know, it's just.
It's
we'll
the color.
flip it back.
Usually Lethal Fox is red.
It's okay. We'll flip it back. It's all good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Solitude King of the Hill coming up next, though. And once again, you saw Dead Inside on those objective games, starting off with the Forbidden 3-0. And it's a very quick one. It was decisively quick, and they knew what they needed to do. Taking control of that hut, again, we come to Solitude where things are a bit different here, right? It's about forcing the spawns onto blue. It's about forcing the spawns in the back of yard, and of course, shock rifle camo, most important.
Guys, ignore this on the. See that it says Lethal Fox 1 game 2. Other way around.
Yeah, dead inside. So it's right now 2-0, which is
2-0 for dead inside.
Which is scary. Going into this next game, your team Lethal Fox, like, you're scared a little bit. Not scared. You can't be scared in this moment.
Well, they got up. They went to the bathroom.
You have to.
Some of them did.
The game 2 bathroom break is very important, especially in a situation like this. You know, take a break.
Track them. We can see the bathroom from right here, so we gotta track them going in, out, seeing how they're feeling. Yeah. Right. You know, it's important to at least get yourself a mental break. I want to give a shout out to Ezho. I mean, he did the most damage for his team there. Had some important moments. When they got that 10-kill lead, he was pivotal to it. Remember, he made that push over towards Snipe Tower. But this is a big moment for him. How do we flip this over? Is that dead inside 1 game 2 now? They won game 1 and game 2.
Yes.
2-0. Dead inside.
2-0 dead inside. Moving over to Solitude. And I got to say, this is cool, man. We have everyone watching the open bracket. We have our own little section here at SLC. If you're from the area, come on by. Say hello.
I had my friend, one of my high school friends.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, they're doing a Halo tournament. Oh, dude, it's a 1 weekend I'm gone. I was like,
damn.
Shucks.
I don't think I've talked to any of my high school friends for a long time. I think I did post that I would like do commentating now, and it was a dream come true, and you know, thanks Dad for believing in me, all the sappy stuff. But I don't post on Facebook ever. And
go to your 10-year reunion?
I never.
Mine's next year. Should I go?
Really? Yeah, no, don't go.
Really?
No, I mean, you could be like, hey, guess what? I cast video games for a living, bro. That's right.
You see, when I was getting into esports, there are people that were in my graduating class that like knew about esports.
Yeah.
And I tried to play with them, and they looked at my GB record, and they wouldn't play with me. And they'd like make fun of me because of my GB record. I was like, now look at it, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, definitely line up. We'll keep an eye on that match as that's over on the main stream, but. Here we are, qualifying match, and it could be the game that does it. It's 2-0 for Dead Inside right now, and we're going into Solitude King of the Hill to determine it all.
Dead Inside up 2-0, and once again, this is to qualify for pool play, which will again give you pretty much a qualification for that Saturday qualifier, the last chance qualifier of best of 1 to see if you get to go to Worlds, which is what everyone's playing for here. Piggy with the camo.
Boink, better run away, looking for his truffles. Because pigs.
Yeah,
truffles.
That's why I laughed. It was good. Two dead for the side of Team Lethal Fox. Camo still in the hands of Piggy. Nice little back smack there. Guarantees him that kill and almost uses the thrust to get away, but ends up getting taken out by one of the most powerful positions on the map on the gold ledge.
Well, it's tough when you have to use that thrust to either go backwards or forwards. You usually want to go left or right with it. Right. His only option was to go back because he's trying to find an escape route. He's just down too early into that gunfight and almost gets away with it and would have gotten away for it if it wasn't for those pesky kids over at Team Lethal Fox.
Great shots. It's going to be Haines who once again plays slide. Great repulse, but that repulse puts him into the line of fire. Because of that, he'll get taken out. This is kind of a back and forth, and it's so interesting to, and it's nothing like against these teams, but it's so interesting to watch the different tiers, right? They play so differently.
You can see that coming in right now for Lethal Fox. They're struggling on keeping 4 players alive. Huge mistake that they made there was they had 2 players down. The other 2 players kept aggressive on the map. They eventually went down and they put themselves in a cycle where they just don't have numbers, period, in this game. That's where it gets dangerous. You have to be cautious about when you die. If you die as your teammates are coming up, you're putting them 8-10 seconds without having a teammate on the map.
Very important to pay attention to the numbers and adapt based on those numbers. And speaking of numbers, Dead Inside looking to get their very first cap of the game, but they won't over-aggress for it.
I like how they jumped out of that hill. Right now, you have such a big advantage on this hill. You're not necessarily worried about losing it. Get your gunfights, try to milk off as much of this clock as possible. Right now, Lethal Fox are going to get in, but I wouldn't necessarily be too upset right now if you're Dead Inside. Burn off some of this time, get yourself this hill capture, and most importantly, set yourself up for the next hill as well.
That's exactly 100% spot on. Tick is all they'll need.
Look, they did it, but they only did it after they rotated in. Ezho gets the triple kill. They don't have to worry about anything going into this hill.
Now it's the money hill too. Very difficult to break, but a little overextended there. Gets 2 players down to 1 shot.
Descendant was so aggressive there. He knew that that spawn was happening in blue. If anything, he should have been aggressive before those spawns came up to block out that spawn and to be ready for that gunfight. Instead, he's initiating the gunfight early. And, well, you know, it works out tremendous for this team. If he wins it, you also got to remember, if you lose it, suddenly you're lost your spawn to Lethal Fox. And it's making this second hill a lot more back and forth than it necessarily could have been if you would have just played a little bit more defensive in that situation.
Yeah, we don't generally see this hill go back and forth, which is interesting. I think now Dead Inside, though, do have a lockdown on it. Couple players down and no shields, though, and it's going to be a couple trade outs. It'll be 2 down for the side of Team Lethal Fox, 2 down for, make that 3 down for Dead Inside.
Heads up from Yakzn. He gets that kill. Priority, win the spawn, not necessarily win the hill. Get your players over to that loop, they spawn in, and now you can out-resource your opponents. Great job by Yakzn to understand it's not about getting the kill, it's about staying alive and influencing the spawn.
We see so many players having that individual talent, but not a lot of them having that super level game sense, the high level game sense that we see there out of Yakzn. 3 down for the side of Team Lethal Fox.
In between a rock and a hard place for Yakzn, his teammates are going down and he's trying to anchor out that spawn, but 2 things are happening. Dead Inside's in hill and they're getting awfully close to capturing this hill, and camouflage was happening at the same time. This is a really tough position for Lethal Fox to battle out of. They're doing it as a team. All 4 players getting up in that hill. They're committing to ensuring that these players from Dead Inside will have to go on that respawn and try again.
It's crazy what happened there as well. The reason Team Lethal Fox were 4 pushed onto that hill is because they got the backyard spawns, and that backyard spawn could have guaranteed them this hill if they can get these next couple of slays. But oh my goodness, a couple of whirlwind shots there mean the Team Lethal Fox go 3 down.
Oh, you guys, they keep the doors open in here. There's a strong breeze that runs through this building. It's not just because it's a qualifying match and they know what's on the line. There's other reasons as to why some of these shaky shots happen.
Well, 2-0 is not where you want to be if you're Team Lethal Fox. It's Dead Inside who look dominant right now, and you look at Descendant and Ezho, both of them above that double-digit mark. We'll see if they can guarantee this next hill, or if they'll just play time. It's a bit early to do that, but you can at least milk a bit of time off this hill if you want to.
Yeah, I think it's more important just to realize that you're in Slayer first mode now, and it's not necessarily about being efficient with the objective. It's more about ensuring that you don't give up the objective to the opponent. Right now, it's a tough fight for Hotel. Haines is doing his best, but doesn't really have the immediate help. He's going to have to be the one that tries to sprint to that help instead, but this is what you want. You have blue spawns, you have Nest, you have a player that's outletted out towards middle in order to lurk and try to find damage. Couldn't ask for a better setup.
Got all that, and you've got the first 2 kills, but it's a little bit of an aggressive push.
That's a tough push from Yakzn there. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with it. He does get a lot of damage and a kill, but you got to realize what happens after that. They had to get out of that hill to fill that position that he lost, and they haven't been scoring into this hill, and Dead Inside instead breaking through blue. If they can win these slays over by Nest, then, well, you can see how everything has transitioned, and that all starts with Yakzn falling early in that gunfight.
They didn't create a lot of space on the map, so you see the yard spawns coming through, and now it's going to be a massive fight here on the blue. One player does have the shock rifle, that is Ezho, on that snipe side, and they have to decide what they want to do with it.
I like that Dead Inside isn't making the same mistake. They aren't getting too aggressive on those original spawners. They're going to try to take the fight closer to hill, but it's important that you win these fights. So far, the kill is going in favor of Lethal Fox, and the spawns will come with it. Just one player to deal with. Shock rifle for Rammy.
Very big kill here. We'll see if he's able to hit this shot. Dead Inside, get the spawns.
Fantastic job by that player to understand that they're eventually going to win that fight if I stay alive longer. He does it by himself, but he wasn't eager to take that fight. Piggy waited for the help. They got the slays, they got the spawns, and well, we talked about how you don't necessarily need to play time right away. They're not playing time, but a ton of it has come off the clock. If they're able to get this hill, you're looking at just over 60 seconds of neutral time for Lethal Fox, if that, to get back into this game. This has been a brutal hill rotation for Lethal Fox. Even if they capture it at this point, that inside has no initiative to go and step in this next hill. For them, it's Slayer time after this hill.
I like how you said it earlier, prioritize the slays first when you're in the position of like Dead Inside is, and they did just that. They removed 2 minutes off that clock entirely. Now we end up in a scenario where they're all on the snipe side of the map. They are doing enough damage to keep Team Lethal Fox out of that hill, but a lot more damage needs to be done. Envore, Descendant both fall. They do trade out Rammy, but the aggressive push is just a little too much, and Team Lethal Fox deal with it pretty quickly. Now they get camo as well.
We got to see where the spawn is. Piggy's going to be the first player on respawn. Does he spawn close to this hill? It looks like they did get the loot spawn, so Dead Inside has better leverage for this hill. And the other aspect of it is they don't have to step in it. And it makes a huge difference. When you don't have to step in that hill, you can make a box on the map. You can take as much space as you need. It's going to be a really tough hill for Lethal Fox to break, but they can certainly do it. This isn't over yet, but you got to play just about perfect.
Piggy's down. On the side of Dead Inside, so is Envore. So the numbers advantage in the hands of Team Lethal Fox. It'll be a player in Haines that is down in no shields, but they're not able to clean him up, and they have all the space on the map.
Don't be afraid to run through the middle. Right now we're seeing a lot of pressure over on that poster side. Lethal Fox is able to soak up plenty of time because of it. If I'm Dead Inside, it's not a bad maneuver to send players through that middle lane just to push them out of hill. Put down this clock as much as possible, as there's only 15 seconds left for Lethal Fox to get this hill.
Make that 10 now. It's Common who wants to get inside that hill, but understands the pressure from the loop side is coming in. He waits for his teammates to push on through. It's 2 down. That was beautiful from TLF.
Well, Haines saves this all for TLF at the moment. His position at the middle of the map got rid of that double dilemma that Dead Inside was providing, and now Lethal Fox, by the hair on their chinny chin, are able to get to that second hill. And now the question is, who wins this next one? Dead Inside is there first, but they certainly don't have a strong position. You see players from Lethal Fox getting ready to take that challenge, but who else? Envore getting into those front lines, making things hard. Dead Inside soaking up the initial time, but Lethal Fox is going to have at least an opportunity to find the break.
Yakzn doing a lot of damage here. Nothing's getting cleaned up. Finally cleans up his own kill. But all the while, it's half the time here for the side of Dead Inside. And they've gotten rid of a little bit of that neutral clock just to go for this camo. It is Yakzn that picks it up. Let's see what he does with it.
Ezho is doing such a fantastic job of at least contesting into that camouflage. The problem is just everyone was down on the map. Between a rock and a hard place, he does his best, but it just was not enough. Dead Inside find 2, and see Piggy get loud. Camouflage is still in the hands of Lethal Fox. He needs to do so much. Yakzn!
Oh, wow.
Gets the double, but it just took too long. The reinforcements come. Dead Inside is getting the hill.
They're getting the spawns at the bottom of Snipe as well, which is going to make this so much easier for them. Now they have to fight down the top center players. You hear them getting loud. Haines, last player alive on this side of the map. Yakzn trying to play forward towards him.
It's a desperate push. It's desperate. Everything that Lethal Fox has to do from this position will be desperate.
Here comes a lift up right now. 2 players from Dead Inside push on through. They'll get 2 down for the side of Team Lethal Fox. They will attempt as well to get in the last bit of hill time here. Taking a lot of damage, but all 4 down. Go Team Lethal Fox and Dead Inside with the 3-0.
They know what they've accomplished. The upset, the 1 seed goes down into the elimination bracket. Envore getting loud, getting proud. He understands what they have accomplished. Congratulations to Dead Inside from the 5th seed. Make the run, defeating 2 of the favorites to get out of pool play with Mind Freak and Team Lethal Fox in their way. They secure their ticket into pool play.
So cool just to see them be able to beat that #1 seed Team Lethal Fox. Just, man, surprising, but also congrats to Dead Inside.